Hi people, welcome to another video, and what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about rotator cuff injuries, yeah. Everybody that trains pretty much at some stage in their life gets a rotator cuff injury, and if they deal with it correctly it never comes back and they sort it out and they blaze off into the sunset hunky-dory, yeah. Not me. I've had a rotator cuff injury in both shoulders. They seem to swap on each other, but I've had one for at least 20 years. Detrimental to my health, very severely painful, yeah, and you really can't train and lift and stuff like that. It got to one stage where I was at work and I couldn't even lift posts out of the ground because that squeezing really hurt you. So I've got rid of all that now, and I'm virtually on the mend, right? So what I'm going to try and do is share my knowledge with you, how I got my rotator cuffs better. Well, I'll tell you, I went to chiropractor, didn't sort it. I've been to hospital, couldn't sort it, but they offered me an operation, right? I'll advise anybody to say no to a shoulder operation because it's such a complicated joint. I've known loads of mates from gym that's gone for operations and not one of them's worked. Not one people. And I must know 20 or 30 people. I've had them done over years, yeah. Not one worked, right? So I'm not a doctor, but he's not got a good track record, put it that way. So how did I sort mine, right? After 20 years or more of pain, and I mean pure pain, yeah. Always inflamed, yeah. Couldn't hold out. Couldn't press up without hurting, right? Well, I'll tell you what happened, yeah. Went to physio, and they give you all these. We all know them. That, yeah, that. We all get that one. We all get that one, yeah. What a load of crap. Yeah, absolute crap. When your shoulder is inflamed and you're full of inflammation, yeah, the worst thing you want to start by doing is twisting. So you're holding your shoulder back, yeah, in that position. And we all do, and we're all like, oh yeah, it's hurting, it must be working. No, it's not working, it's utter crap. If you do that, yeah, and it hurts, don't do it. If you do that and it hurts, don't do it, right? Once you're better and you want to keep them strong, then you can go on to these, right? But when they hurt, no, right? Absolutely not. So I'll show you what to do, yeah? Right. The major muscle that goes weak in the rotator cuff problem is this muscle right under here. And people think it's connected. It's partly your shoulder, but then there's the long head of your tricep that attaches into that shoulder here. Now, basically, what happens in all rotator cuff injuries, especially when you've damaged that, yeah, you damage this, it all goes weak, but it's this little sucker under here that goes really weak, yeah. So your first part of attack is these 2 cans of beans, yeah. You don't even need to be beans, but basically the lightest weight you could possibly think of. So you hold your hands like that, yeah, and then basically punch out very slowly, and you'll feel it. You'll just feel it kick in and then pull back in, yeah. Punch out very slowly, and then come back in. You'll feel it, right? Even though I've nearly fixed my rotator cuffs, I still feel that weakness in there, yeah. And you come back. Where did I get this exercise from, people? Jean-Claude Van Damme, of all people. Jean-Claude Van Damme saved my shoulders, and he didn't even know. He didn't, but he did. Right, so that one. Punch out, come back, punch out, come back. And when you do it, keep all your core stable and everything. Punch out, come back, yeah. So that's one, yeah. Try and keep your shoulders stable. What that stops you doing, people, if you notice this shoulder here, it's still damaged but getting better, yeah. It stops that, it holds your shoulder up, it actually enables you to hold your shoulder up. Now there's another one as well. When we go from there to there, as soon as we get past there, the rotator muscles have done their job. And anything from there is all shoulder, right? You don't want that in an exercise for rotator cuff. So basically, it's just as simple that. Little pulses like that, yeah. Feels like it's doing nothing whatsoever, yeah. But it is. If you actually concentrate on your inner body, you can feel the little rotator muscles kick in. It might take a few minutes, people, when you've got damaged rotators, because they go to sleep. But it's about kicked in now. I can feel it pulsing away, yeah. That's a rotator cuff exercise. Do 100 or more of them, and that's enough. Now that's that one. So forget all these. Yeah, why would you twist an already inflamed joint? No. Next one, people, yeah. So we've done them. And this is before you train. Should be every time before you train. I've got a green band, these little things here. I bought these and I thought, what will I ever do with this? Well, I go to a gym at the moment and there's an instructor in there and he noticed I had a shoulder problem. It must be about two months ago. And he gave me this exercise. Best thing anybody's ever done for me, people. If ever anybody tells you something, right, and you think you know better than them, and you walk away and you go, I'm not doing that, you don't know what you're on about, right? you've made mistake number one in life, right? This person showed me this, and I went away and thought about it, and I thought, you know what? Even if I think it might be wrong, I'm giving it a go. Best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did. Right. So you keep your arms out and to there. So you keep your arms straight. Now, the shoulder that you've got a problem with as you come up will bend. And that's how you know that it's that arm that's poorly. The other one that's got no problem at all will stay straight throughout. So you start there, pulse. Right, you're not trying to rip the band in half, you're pulsing. And as you pulse, you raise your arm. Pulse, 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 pulse. And you keep pulsing. Now, what he pointed out to me was, where your problems are, you'll get a pain. Stop there and pulse there. Try and squeeze your shoulder blade back as well, so pulse. Yep. This is where my arm starts to get a bit dodgy on this side now. So it starts to bend, look. Whereas that one can stay relatively straight. So it's still got a lot of work to do. So let's recap, yeah. Pulse. I hold it like that. He said put it on my wrist, right? Now what I found is it didn't work for me on my wrist, and I put it there and it works for me. I feel it kick in. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep pulsing. Up. All the way up. Try and keep your arm straight. Nice. It's important to try and keep your arm straight here. Especially up there and pulse. Yep. And then that is massive. Now, when I started doing these exercises, that's when I realised my major problem was there. And that's what I needed to fix, yeah. And you won't believe that there affected everything. Especially when bench pressing, especially when shoulder pressing. Right, so pulse. And all the way back down. Like that. Just keep pulsing, yeah. Keep them very small people, like that. Yeah. And just do them till they're tired. Don't take long whatsoever. Now the next one is this. Forget your tins and all these, right? Glue your elbows to your side and do that. That's it. Forget trying to pull it out. Forget them. Yeah, no. Your shoulder rotator cuffs kick in at the start of a movement. So pull your shoulders back and slightly forward and go. That's it. That's the movement. Yeah. After a few seconds, you'll feel them kick in. And they'll soon tire people because they're tiny. That's that movement. Yeah. Do that until it's tired. Last movement, only when you're warmed up, yeah. Red band. Grab it that way. Yeah. Start your belly, lift up, stretch out like that. And then it should be full stretch, and then take it over your head and right back down, yeah. You'll feel the weakness in your arm, yeah. So let the stretch come out down there. Stretch out, over your head and down, yeah. Reason I say face your hands that way is because you want your rotator to be open. You don't want it closed, right. And it's all small movements, people. It's not about how strong you are. And so stretch out, up, over your head, and then get a good stretch. Now the more you stretch, the better you get, yeah. And that sorts a load of things out, like elbow problems, yeah, because your elbow problems come from your shoulders as well. So yeah, so keep doing that. So up, down, now back, and back up. Keep that tension on. Keep that tension on now once you're warmed up. And that's that one. Yeah. Last and not least, I watched a YouTube video now, I can't remember who it was. And he actually said, keep pressing, shoulder press, to fix rotator cuffs. At the time it didn't make sense to me, but he showed how you do it. Right, so when people press, they press like that. Yeah. And then straight away, your arms are closed, you're closing your sockets there. Your joint closes because you're like that, right? It's the wrong way to press, I'll show you the right way to press. So you imagine you've got an injured shoulder, yeah. So how do you press for an injured shoulder? You get a stance that's very close to your shoulders, yeah. Just shoulder width apart like that. And what you do, you open your sockets up. You start with an empty bar, people. I've got this wood just to show you because I'm not a gym, right? But you don't wing out like that. You actually hold the bar like that and then pull your elbows in. What that does when you pull your elbows in, it opens your shoulder sockets, right? And it allows you to do what I call a proper shoulder press. And believe it or not, this is how I got my rotator cuffs better, and I'm not lying. So Get a very narrow stance like that. Look how narrow that is. Yeah. Shut your elbows. Get the weight right to your chest. And when you press up and back. And then come down. As you come down, literally squeeze your elbows in as you come down, right? If you don't squeeze your elbows in, you've got shoulder problems, it'll kill, it'll hurt. So squeeze your elbows in as you come down. Press back up, squeezing all the time, and out like that. Squeeze your elbows in, back to the chest. Squeeze your elbows in on the way up, yeah, and out like that, yeah, squeeze. If you let them elbows wing, it'll kill your shoulders. Keep them capsules open. Now, I couldn't shoulder press anything whatsoever because of the pain. It was just so intense. Doing this little routine that I've done now, I've been doing it for a couple of months now, yeah, and I'm already back to pressing 20 kilos either side above my head, yeah. Standing as well, not in a seat, standing, clean, yeah, no momentum. But it's not these, it's not them, because they're bad for you. It's them. Squeeze your elbow up into the socket, squeeze and down, yeah. That also sorts out winging scapula. Yeah, I had a really bad problem with the winging scapula as well, and that's getting better as well. So yeah, I'm not a doctor, I'm just telling you how I got better. Try it. Let me know.